second emancipation is that of emancipating the mind. And when you look at the emancipation of the mind, it is a hard task. When someone has a reality shaped by a white education system, and when we look even in the dictionary that tells you the meanings of words, and they said to you, white means wonderful, purity, beautiful, and black means iniquity, means evil, means wicked, and it is associated with the landmass Africa. That is where the inferiority complex rise up.
So instead of it being a color, it takes on a personality.
It takes on a personality as a person.
Yes.
Because by you get to about the fifth meaning in the dictionary, it tells you that these people known as black people.
Exactly.
So you are seeing yourself now as this evil person. And as even in the religious order, they tell you that you were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So these are the things that we have to understand, that we have to reclaim our greatness, our beingness as a people. And Mr. Garvey, that was his life, to bring it. August is the first Black History Month. From the 1st of August to the 31st of August, when the UNIA had its convention, there were history lessons, history classes every day that you had to know about yourself. When you go into Africa and the pyramids, one of the first things you see on all our institutions of learning, man, know thyself. You have to know yourself. And these are the things that we as a people have to repeat. We have to get rid of the white system of teaching. That education system is something that keeps us back.
And it reinforces the idea of that superiority and inferiority.
Of course. Every step of the way. And it is now reinforced by Hollywood.
Yes.
By Hollywood. The movies. And all these things impact upon you on a daily basis. When you look at the news media, it's owned by all these white people.
Propaganda machine.
And they don't stop putting out the subliminal message that you are slaves, you are wicked people, you are evil. We are your saviors. So it is hard for a child to come up under that system and to really feel proud of who they are. So what we see happening to our children now, they are bleaching out their faces. They are using the hot comb to get straight hair. They are doing the nose job and all these things. Why? Because every year there's a standard that is put out by the world that says this is the Miss World contest.
Yes.
And this is beauty.
Yes.
And if you are not like this, you are ugly.
Yes.
That's the subliminal message that is said. No one contest wasn't enough. They had the Miss World, then they had the Miss Universe, and now they have come with the Miss Global. All of them showing you that the standard of beauty is here. So our young girls, and I notice it's affecting our boys.
Absolutely.
Because they are now bleaching, because they are saying they are ugly. And anything too black,
Not good.
not good. So we have a very hard road ahead for us as a people. And this is why we have to now pursue creating our own educational system. And I show you how the system pushed back. In 1985, I started a school. A number of us as black scholars started schools. Dr. Lakin Samaj, Brother Aymara, myself. Combined, we had about 800 students. And all of a sudden, the system was seeing these youths rising up, being different, questioning the system. Immediately, the educational system came out and started to put some restrictions on how our school should operate. You had to be licensed, you had to be this, you had to be that. And we had to all close our schools. One by one, all our schools were closed by the system.
Because the lessons you were teaching was going to empower the
Of
youth.
course.
And when you have empowerment, when you have the mind being empowered, you know changes have to come, and they don't want changes.
Exactly. They want the system to remain the same because this is what it keeps them in power. In physics, you learn in physics and in engineering science. No two entity can occupy the same space at the same time.
Yeah.
So if they are on top, they don't want to leave. So everything that they put out is to keep you at the bottom.
I'm trying to remember who made this quote. The powerful will never teach the powerless how to become powerful.
John Henry Clark, one of our griots.
Okay.
John Henry Clark.
Repeat that.
John Henry Clark.
Yes. What was his exact word?
Powerful people
Yes.
will not teach powerless people how to be powerful.
Exactly.
Yes. And this is so true because in even the educational system, all of the subliminal messages are still being put forward that black is not good. In religion, in politics, in education, in all aspects. And when you find that low self-esteem sits upon on you, you become meaningless, aimless in life. Meaningless. You don't aspire to achieve. And I've seen it with some of my brothers. I've seen brothers have taken up in defense of the Catholic Church. Yes, when I try to put forward to say, why not the Ethiopian Orthodox Church? Why not the Yoruba? Why not? They say, no, the Catholic Church is everything. Because of what? They get handouts. And this is what happens now. When they give the handouts to the people, as they say, he who paid the piper call the truth. So these are things that the system keeps in place. But a very important point I want to make at this point is land. Land represents power.
Absolutely.
And we have to look at the European nations, what they did when they came into Africa or any other landmass. They systematically killed the people that were domiciled on that land and took over the land. It's the vastness and magnificence of Africa why they did not try. They tried, but they did not conquer Africa because of the resistance of the Africans. But to the extent that they got into Africa and spread their word of religion, that alone has destroyed half of Africa. I am communicating with some sisters right now from Ghana, Nigeria, Gambia, and they are all Christians.
Absolutely.
They are all Roman Catholics.
Yes.
And when I try to say to them, why don't you claim your Yoruba, your tradition? They say, no, that's evil. That is evil. So what is yours become evil because of the cunningness of the white man.
Yes. It's the same thing here. When you talk, when I was at the meeting and I said, greetings African people, people barely answered. And I said, if I call you black, how do you feel about that? And they said, I feel good. And I said, but you have a problem. Black, look at how black is described in the dictionary. You have no problems in being called black, but you have a problem with your ancestry. So then I said, greeting African people again, and they all answered with a roar, of course. So it's how we are socialized
Very
and
much so.
indoctrinated to
Very
believe
much
that
so.
we are inferior, or the master, the colonial masters, because they gave us a Jesus that looked like the colonial masters. So now we accept that.
Absolutely. And we have to look at the role of media again.
Yes.
What media does, they don't elevate what is good in Africa. They will show you hungry, starving children in Ethiopia.
Yes.
They will show you the worst parts of whatever is happening. But they would not show you the magnificent highways and big buildings and edifices that we have built.
And resources.
They don't. When you look at Europe, 99%, 99% of the wealth of Europe comes from Africa.
Yes.
99. There's a documentary that is out that I think everyone should have a look at. The End of Poverty. And in it, it shows you how Europe enriched itself and is still enriching itself off Africa, the resources of Africa. So it is now that we have to look towards, as Mr. Garvey said in 1927, we must now rise up the United States of Africa.